Go ahead.
Okay. Greens, everybody. Basically, the agenda of the original Marcus Garvey movement was to basically connect all the communities and Maroons and kingdoms of Africa into one empire, basically. You know, take over Africa as a territory, uh, secure our rights as they called it Negroes. So we're basically a league, a human rights league for Black people, as well as we connect the kingdoms of Africa to the diaspora. It's 100 years old. At the time it started, there was maybe two presidents that were Black, one in Liberia and one maybe in Haiti.
Can you hear me now? Sorry, I didn't hear you, brother. I got some internet issues here. If you can repeat, please. You were talking about your agenda, and I just listened that.
Okay, the original agenda of the Garvey movement was to connect the kingdoms of Africa and the diaspora, and then once we become one kingdom or one empire, we secure our rights all over Africa and use it as our base, negotiate with, North Africa, negotiate once we have a unified power base. So, Brazil has those Maroon communities, the Colombo, Jamaica has some, Haiti, the whole island has spaces where the Maroons meet. We have Nigeria. We have a lot of kingdoms fighting for autonomy, but they're leaving the diaspora out until recently. Now we have the Igbo, Bantu coming together to recruit the diaspora. Just last month, they started having a world festival. They connected with some Maroons in Jamaica. So we're trying to connect all the kingdoms and restructure Africa. And a lot of it now we're trying to incorporate sports and music as a form to get into the political structure and exert some influence and protect our people. So, and doing that, we'll have the space to say we're going to have our new countries, we're going to have our new states in Africa, and we're going to integrate the diaspora into the security architecture. Where if you're in Sao Paulo and you have a favela or a Quilombo, you'll be able to protect yourself. You'll have people in Nigeria that are protecting themselves, and we're working together. People in Zimbabwe, Uganda has a headquarters that we're planning. Nairobi, Kenya is connected to the African Union there, and they network in the African Union for us. And most headquarters will be in Cameroon and Nigeria, just the way the continent is shaped. Central Africa Nigeria's West Central Africa. You got Nile people there, Senegambia people there, Bida Benin, Biafra, Bantu. Nigeria is basically the center of Africa. People don't know, but we have a good strategy, we feel, for uniting the empire Marcus Garvey and Dessalines and Lil Overture talked about in Haiti. So we're just bringing it back to Haiti and Garvey, and we're dropping the politics and saying we got all the kingdoms. We got 4 major kingdoms, not 52 states. Let's organize it. We're starting to get more people on board, so it's starting to flow.
Okay. It's a great news. I didn't know that there was a movement like that happening in the continent.
Yeah, it's been here for 100 years, but Garvey deported and people started getting presidents and people forgot about him. They just took the flag.
Okay. So is there? As I said to you, I'm a PhD, a recent PhD. I got my PhD right now in philosophy. I'm trying to show to the people right here in Brazil the philosophical aspect of and the philosophical aspect of our culture in the African base, original African base in Kemet, because all of the culture here, we got some base in Christianity, we got mixed up with Christianity at most. So and I'm trying to be one of the ones which are getting back our culture from the true African aspect. So I'm doing this. Well, I did this with my thesis at first, and I'm trying to get in the university to spread the word about it. And in some moments, gather some the ones crazy and brave enough to defy the establishment right here.
Well, congratulations on your PhD status.
Thank you.
That's for sure.
That was one of the things which Gave said to us. We got to aspire the scientific fields. We got to be able to counterattack in the scientific field, not just in the armament, but in the scientific field. The race which has a dominion in science will be the race that will rule the world. So we got to deal with that. Got to deal with science.
A race of scientists par excellence. That's what he said. Excellent race of scientists. We call them Dibia or Seba and Kemet, or we call them Dibia in Nigeria.
I'm aspiring Seba. I'm getting into the Ujao. I don't know if you're familiar with Ujao. Do you know him?
Yeah, I know Ujao.
So I'm starting to work with him. I'm trying to be a Seba. I'm trying to decipher the Medunete and bring some from there to us right now. Because the Kemetic culture has a lot. We can use it right now. It's still hiding in the district. So we got to decipher it. We got to know how to decipher it.
Right.
In Igbo land, they call the Seba, they call it Isiabia, the head of information, or they call it Dibia. But in the Caribbean, they banned it. They call it Obia. So
I'm one of them. I'm trying to be one of them, one of the human library.
Yeah, the Obi man. That's where the original kings, the Oba, they had to be a wise man. They had to be into a scientist. Okay.
Yeah, I'm aspiring to that position. If not a king, but a king counselor at least.
Yeah. Well, the previous meeting we had talked about music, farming. We mentioned it. We talked about sports as a way to connect, to the political architecture of the countries. Sports is a form of diplomacy. So if you have let's say Colombo with a sports team and it's connected to one in the USA and one in the Caribbean and one in Africa, now we have a political network. We're politically backed. It's all about mobilizing our people in Africa strategically so it doesn't fail. We've also been talking about a cryptocurrency as ways to, basically transition to our own currency. Brother Benny's involved in that. I've been involved in it, but off and on. But we're talking about having our own currency eventually as a race too, and as a league, the UNIAACL. But we have our own specific name. I'm going to share you the document with you, but we feel we're going in the right direction, and we haven't really talked to Brazil a lot because it's so far away. But you guys are right there next to Guyana, and that's the headquarters of the Caribbean. So I don't know why you guys haven't connected, and if you guys can speak with one voice, that'd make it easier for us in the USA to organize and have political power.
Let's have it because Brazil is the extension of a continent. So although in the map it looks like a small place, it's actually a gigantic place. It's a continent really. So we got many people around here. We are very distant from each other. So if in Bahia we got the bigger African number of people away from the continent. I think if not the first, the second bigger population of African people.
The king of
this is huge. So
a lot of the kings from A lot of the kings from the Bight of Benin have been visiting recently. I think one from
Yeah,
Ghana,
yeah. I
one
heard
from
about it.
Ghana, one from Nigeria came. But yeah, it's big. One thing I could say about the Marcus Garvey movement is you need a map and you need to organize districts. I don't know if Brazil has, they probably have states and districts.
Yeah.
In the USA, we have about 12 districts. So we could say if we have 4 headquarters, we can organize and rally people, say this is a headquarters. We give the headquarters a blueprint, and then it spreads across. Instead of, if you have 50 states, we reduce it down to 12, and we reduce the program. That's how Garvey did it. But he never made a map for Africa or the Caribbean or South America. So that's why, people are still disconnected. But we're going to have to.
Yeah, we need to do this.
We're going to have to figure out a map. I don't know anything about.
Yeah, you talk. Let me show.
We have 12 districts in the USA, though. We're in the Southeast and Florida.
Yeah, that's a map of the district I live in right now. It's Sergipe. It's the smallest place. It's the smaller district in Brazil. If you look at it, Sergipe. Let me show the name. I don't know if you can see it. It's right here.
Mm.
It's the smaller one. But we can definitely we need to know the world map, especially the of the place we live in. So that's the place, the state I live right now.
Sergipe.
All right.
So what are you doing? What is happening right now? What I'm gathering right now?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, what I got from surprise. I don't know what is happening. So we are in a program. We are in a I don't know, in a conference right now, or we are talking about how we can work to connect we from Brazil to you. I'm kind of lost yet.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a brother who has a reggae festival.
Okay.
So he's connected to South Africa, the Congo, people in Ghana, Ivory Coast, even the Congo Kingdom, actually. But he's not here, and he has a reggae festival, so he's connected to the Caribbean, and we said we'd want him to connect us to people in Caribbean, so maybe they can get us connected to CARICOM and then directly connect you guys, because they have more political power in the Caribbean and more connections than us in the USA. So we're kind of missing a piece.
Yeah, but he had hit me up and let me know that he was on the road and everything, and that he apologized for the inconvenience. So, which is fine. I guess we can we just have to schedule another one. I mean, because he's a big piece of what we got going on here, because we're stemming what we're gonna do here in the States with the Reggae Fest from his Nigerian Reggae Festival. So, and then we were gonna combine the sports and do like a mega sports reggae fest, and try to do that throughout the States. We do like regional sports tournaments with basketball, soccer, and boxing. Those were the 3 sports that we came up with. So we were gonna do that regionally, and then take it abroad. And try to connect.
You have how many since when this activity is happening, these sportive activities?
The sports activities, that's just something we actually came up with recently. To add it to well, let me explain. They've done a music festival before, but us as UNIAACL, or let's just call ourselves Egbe Bantu. We call ourselves Egbe Bantu. We have not. we're the ones pushing the sports. Basically, we're introducing it to them and saying we should team up.
Okay.
If you're able to mobilize anything, we're connected to Pan African Daily TV. I don't know if you've heard of them.
You talking about yesterday? I saw, but I didn't had the time to see everything you showing there. But I see that there's a lot of things happening. You interviewed a lot of people.
Yeah. So you guys, South America has been missing. So you're missing a continent. So Africa's been on there.
Okay.
It's only been the Zambezi Kingdom. The South Africa, Zimbabwe has been on there. But we're trying to get the Niger, Senegambia, the Bantu Biafrans and King, and Yoruba Oduduwa Kings on there, or Benin. We've been talking to the major kingdoms, and lastly, we're going to get a Nile Kingdom. So it's like 4 major kingdoms we're targeting to cover the continent. So
I got contact with the people from the boxing part right here. I myself, I was born in the environment. My father is a world champion. I was from the Brazilian. I was from the Brazilian team of boxing at a time past. So now I became a coach, a boxing coach. I got some students which became a boxer themselves. One of them is a South American champion, and he's now in the army. He's in the Navy as a boxer, professional boxer. The Navy. I got another which is in the army as a boxer too. So I know everybody from boxing from around Brazil. We got issues, racial issues, because everybody on the head of the boxing organization are white people. We are the
champions. We know they're African.
So almost all of the boxers right here in Brazil are black guys.
Of course.
Almost everybody.
Yeah,
everybody have black guy.
Yeah.
See, that's why. So that'll be good, man. The next conference, then next little Zoom we have for him and Prince Emeka, because that's what he was talking about, boxing.
What we need to do, like I mentioned it before, we need to be connected with more of his people, because if he misses it, somebody else got to be on.
Yeah.
And then we'll get the information. But,
right. Well, that's why we start. That's why I said, so it's a good thing we just gonna start recording these Zooms. So just in case somebody do miss, we can keep them updated that way.
Yeah, I see brother Prince Will is on here. Maybe we can follow up with another.
Yeah, he hasn't chimed in to say anything. I don't know.
I talked to him in private where I said there's some confusion because we got different strategies. So maybe it'd be better to do it privately, discuss with him what we can do together.
Okay,
but
maybe.
We pretty much wrapped up here. We got that Brazilian connection, South America.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to connect you guys to get a centralized leadership and a representation, and we're gonna get into the CARICOM because the CARICOM they're basically pushing for land and reparations. They're stationed in Guyana, but they're leaving Brazil out, so it doesn't make sense. You guys got
I tried to connect you with Hamilton Borges and Andrea Beatriz. I don't know why they didn't connect with you yet. You was able to talk to them?
I talked to a brother in Spain, or I messaged him, but we're trying to be based in Brazil. I sent you a contact in Sao Paulo, and he's connected to the Bantu Economic Conference, where they're trying to unite the whole region and restructure it to empower, Brazilians that are Bantu descent. But we also have connection to the Yoruba that we can talk to as far as connections. Maybe you guys have another empire down there soon.
Yeah. But no, empire not recognized yet right here. Because as I said, everybody's spread out. They got some Ile and another. They got some just families, which pass through each other by genetic branch. But we need to gather ourselves, and I think that the cultural aspect is a key, because the religion still is a confusion right here. The Christianity is investing a lot, so we are lost as a African culture. We are lost people, because they are or Catholic or Protestants right here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, brother.
I was just gonna mention again about the brother who was talking about the flag unification. We have one big, conference, flag conference, that where all the UNIA come together and just, represent that flag and to bring. I thought that was a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I think he wanted to own that idea. I don't know.
He should have been here. I mean, I wanted to hear more about that. I mean, I like it. But yeah, man.
The boxing
bring all these tools and pieces
people
together.
From Real.
Huh?
Sorry?
Say it again, Doc.
I say that the boxing aspect, I can try to call the people from here. The Reaja Será Morta is a Pan-African institution which works at Bahia in Salvador, and they work with the prisoners, the black people which is in the prison system. So they work with them. They teach them boxing. They teach them how to the hip hop culture. So they try to gather them and pull them out from the prisoner system. So much of them are boxer practitioners. So I can gather them. Try to gather them and talk about the event you're trying to make right here in Brazil, and see if we can make it happen. But I first have to talk with them.
Messiah Fit? Who is that?
That's the brother who does the flag ceremony.
Okay, he coming in. Welcome, brother. Brother Messiah.
See here? Welcome, bro.
Hey, respect.
Respect, bro.
Respect.
Just mentioning you for a second there, because we wanted to hear more about that idea you had. I thought it was pretty clever.
For sure. Yeah, man. I'm here in Baltimore City, Maryland, just for the update. Been born and raised here, family. Been in the same house since 1940. Grandfather just transitioned at the age of 97. And, I didn't come into enlightenment and consciousness of what the Garvey movement was, maybe not about 4 years ago. So ever since then, I've developed a youth militia. It's called the Black Wolves, and teaching and developing the military training that I received from the United States Army into them, survival skills mainly. I was an infantry soldier heading on to becoming an officer. And about a year, I said, you know what? I don't like the lifestyle here. I don't like how we're treated. It felt like a plantation, the way the officers treat this, the subordinate soldiers. And, I decided to get out. They couldn't believe it, but I didn't take all that training for granted. I applied that training to the people who need it most. And that's my people, Black people in America, as they call us. But I know it's the same across the world. We are oppressed across the world. So 2019, I developed an idea based off of an idea that I saw in a museum. It was the American human flag. And they did it in 1914. They had like 14,000 children assembled into the United States of American British flag of 14,000 children. 14,000. All right. They've been doing that since 1914. They put it in our schools curriculum where they make Black children actually participate in it, holding up the United States flag. Mm-hmm. And I said, what an abomination. You know, what an abomination.
Yeah.
So to combat that, I developed the red, black, and green human flag. And it's funny because the first one I did, it had 350 children. I was getting rolling, and then the coronavirus outbreak happened, and it stopped the flow because it shut schools down. So the whole Black Lives Matter protest and all that stuff that's been happening in DC and New York, I've been taking advantage of them. I've been bringing the flag material there, making, you know, brothers and sisters participate. And, you know, I've been pushing it. So the vision is one day our people, we will collectively uphold, you know, the Pan-African diaspora flag in unity. And we can actually use this human flag as a forum for us to bring our problems and discussions and even unify those who are supposed to be our leadership, to unify them collectively behind the flag. Now, if they don't show up, they don't come, you know, that just speaks more volumes about how they don't deserve to be in them seats. But, you know, I think it would be a phenomenal opportunity. I think Garvey would even smile on it, looking down and within us, to unite collectively behind the flag and make it a worldwide event.
Okay.
I like that.
Other people on here would be down. Shoot. Actually, I think with that Nigeria thing, man, my company is registered. I know we have maybe 2 active companies registered, but one is he's like a sports director or basketball director. He's more into basketball in the Olympics. Okay. We haven't really mobilized on this side or activated him, but there's another team that does soccer, and brother Damian Prescott, he's in UNIA Baltimore. His dad
tried to get him on today too.
Yeah, his dad-in-law is the president, so they said they're going to work with us whatever we decide. They're more into soccer, doing a soccer fest in Baltimore. And Africans, and I know South America, they do soccer, football, they call it. But
yeah, they like football. We call it football right here.
The brother here and from Brazil does boxing. He's connected to the champions and all the Black champions.
Yeah. I know Luis Doria, the coach of Anderson Silva and all of the good stuff. I know that. I know him personally. Doria and the current coach of the Brazilian selection of Brazilian team, which I know the guy who was a gold Olympics right now in boxing, Herbert Conceição. I know him personally too. I know everybody from boxing field right here, professional and amateur.
All right. Let's see.
So we definitely, man, could, you know, piece all of this together. I always feel like whatever ideas we come up with, you know, we could always piece it together. You know, it's all gonna have a piece to the puzzle. Everything you come up with is a piece to the puzzle. So I love what everybody's ideas just coming to the table. All we need to do is find a way to put it all together. And, you know, creating these different fests and, you know, come togethers and stuff like that to represent that one flag, that would be awesome if we could pull that off, you know, and have all of this tied together around that with the Reggae Fest and the sports thing. I think we'll have something kind of tight there.
Yeah. We had to, in the sport aspect, for example, we had to find anything which attracts the guys because, you know, something which bring their attention to and drive them to participate. Because, for example, Around here, the political strategy is to gather them in the military force. They are investing a lot. I mean, I have one of my guys, boxing guys, are on the Navy, and another is on the army, because that is where the money is.
All right. The Colombo,
we got to find some way to do this. I don't know.
I be trying to update this Zoom. I don't mean to cut you off. I be trying to update this Zoom because we only got 5 minutes. I don't mean to cut you off. I be trying to update the Zoom so we can have more time, but it won't let me for some reason. Like I just can't. It just won't let me upgrade. So I could only do the 45-minute Zooms. So I don't know if anyone else has, the capability to do a Zoom that way you can get more time.
No, I'll bring my brother Frank in.
Don't
my brother Frank.
Okay.
My brother Frank, he has unlimited access.
Okay.
And I can bring him in. Every other Monday, we have a gifting wheel event where we bring $26 to the table. We put our names on this wheel. If it lands on your name, you get whatever the money gift is. And we do it consistently every other Monday. Everybody's happy because the only people that participate is the people that's on the call. So that's one of our way of economically empowering one another. And, maybe you can join the next one and we can talk about how we can utilize the Zoom platform for you.
Okay.
Okay. It will be a pleasure. It's Monday, which hour?
Every other Monday, 8 p.m. Next Monday will be the next event.
That's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right?
Okay.
Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, it will be a pleasure.
I just had a comment that we gotta make our Caribbean and continental base more solid as far as them making an appearance. But if there's any last statements, I think we should do a separate call with Prince Will and see if we can reach an agreement.
No problem.
Okay, thank you, brothers.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Doc.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Brother Messiah.
Much respect.
Cesaro.
I'm glad. Ngolo.
Much love and respect.
Thank you.
All right. Aru.
Yeah.
Actually, all right, let's just start another Zoom.
All right.